invisible stitchy friends out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley and I am the Bookish Stitcher. And today I wanted to do a sit and stitch with you. I am working on Petunia here. She is a kit that I got online, and it's an 11 count with 36 total colors. So I've been working on this just on the camera, so it's been a while since I've had an opportunity to sit down and stitch with it, so I just kind of wanted to go over my tools of the trade, as it were, have my little Bob Ross moment, and tell you what we're working with today. So if you want to grab yourself a project, grab a drink, sit down, get comfy, we will get us started with that. Okay, so first things first, I always make sure that I pre-thread my needles for you. I do it with the loop here, so that way I do the, oops, that's the wrong side. Oh no, it wasn't. This is just a really frayed piece of thread. So I do it with the loop, so you don't have to watch me struggle tying off my thread, or actually threading my needles. I've got a bunch of extra needles on here. I got this pin cushion on Etsy, and I use it primarily when I am sitting down at a table, and I just like to get a few colors pre-threaded, get them stitched up real quick, and get myself going. So then I have my little glass ort jar. This one I'm specifically keeping for this kit because she's so special to me. I got my needle threader, because just because I can thread a needle without a needle threader doesn't mean that I want to. And I've got my fun colorful scissors, because life is too short for silver scissors. And then I have my floss box. So I also moved in the Rich Fish kit that I'm working on. So that's back there. And the colors for her are right here. So this is an art bin box that I got off of Amazon. And our canvas, so we can see what we have started on up here. And I got some lovely browns to continue down here on her paws. And let's get going with that. First color working on, it's this red plus symbol right in here, and there's some more, you know, scattered around up here. The kit color for this is number 32, and the DMC color is 3860. So that's this guy here. All right, and then when I do the loop, I always do it on the back. I know that's not what is typically done, but I feel like I have a little bit more control over the tail on that. Make sure that it doesn't get pulled up through the front. But watch me prove myself wrong. I'm pretty good at that. So, like I said, it has been a bit since I stitched one of these. I took a little bit of a break. So I've been itching to work on this kit here, so I'm glad that I restrained myself so that I could catch up with all of you. I know that there's quite a few of you who watch these videos every time I post them, and I really appreciate, I see your names pop up in the comments over and over again, and it's just really good to hear from you guys. So I just wanted to take a second and thank you for being here. And I wanted to ask what you would prefer for me to do with these sit and stitches. I want to either do more of them and do more shorter ones, the same sort of like 20-30 minutes that these end up being. Or I also thought about doing one longer one a week, more like an hour. So if you have a preference one way or the other, please let me know down in the comments, and I'll get a crack-a-lackin' on that. But I just figured I'd kind of catch up, tell you guys what I've been up to the last couple weeks. Not much. I have a small garden in the front of my house that was overgrown with weeds, just because we'd been waiting to find a good time to mulch it, and because it needed to be remulched, and we just never found that time. And next thing we know, we have these huge tall weeds. Like I said, we had dandelion bushes. They were like this big around. You can't even see my other hand in the camera. They're huge, probably at least a foot in diameter. I didn't even really know that dandelions could grow that tall. But see, here I am saying I like to do it this way because I like the way that the threads are, and I proved myself wrong, so I'll do it the other way next time. So we did that. That was 4th of July weekend. I think that was Sunday. And then we planted a new tree in our front yard. It's not doing so hot. Maybe it's doing a little too hot. We have full sun in our front yard, so the plants that we have are hydrangeas, and they do really well up front with all the sun. And we got them last year, and they were just like these little bundles of twigs, basically. And now they're like full-on bushes. I think they're almost 3.5 feet tall. And they are strawberry shortcake hydrangeas. So I'll try and remember to post a picture of what they'll end up looking like. But they're kind of a cone-shaped flower. And then they bloom white to start, and then as they are, as the cone, I'm going to call it a cone, gets fully bloomed, they start to turn pink. So you get this nice gradient white to pink, and I just, they look so good. They didn't bloom very well last year. Like, they didn't bloom until, I want to say late August, and one of them didn't bloom until the end of the year. Like, I think it was literally like the middle of October when she finally started blooming. They're she's. I named them, as I do. I named them after the 3 fairy godmothers in Sleeping Beauty. So there's Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. Flora did the best last year, so that wasn't a really big surprise to anybody. But this year Merryweather's doing really well. She has the most flowers on her already. I'll have to go out and take a picture. They're not pretty yet. I mean, they're pretty because they're bushes and they're starting to flower. But the flowers are kind of white and green right now. They haven't really fully blossomed or bloomed. But Merryweather's doing much better this year, so I was really glad to see that. She has the most blossoms on her sticks. So we did that. We cleaned the house. We got caught up on the laundry. Nothing too exciting with that. And then Sunday night, Wyatt was itching to play golf because he usually goes to play golf with his father on Sundays. But I said, no, you can't go this Sunday. We have housework to do. And he's been every single Sunday, so I didn't feel awful telling him no. But I did feel a little guilty. And after he's like, I missed golfing today. So we went to the driving range, and I went with him this time. He usually goes on his own, but I went with him, and I just kind of sat on a bench and watched him while I was stitching. And it was a really nice day out. It was still sunny, but I was in the shade, and it was quiet. And, well, at least until like the annoying drunk kids showed up, because that's what you do in this town, I guess, on a Sunday night. You go to the golfing range. I certainly didn't know that. But it's one that has two tiers. So there's a bottom tier and then the upper tier. And that's usually where all the loud and annoying kids go because they get to hit it from up high. But then they drop a lot of balls onto the ground in front of the bottom. And I went and I picked them all up and gave them to Wyatt so he had extra balls. And then he had such a great time on Sunday. We went back again on Monday because it was the holiday. And we got ice cream. It was red, white, and blue ice cream. And it was like strawberry, vanilla, and blue raspberry. And that was really good. It wasn't too busy there in the middle of the day. So that's what we got up to last weekend. Like I said, that was 2 weekends ago. Last weekend, I filmed my floss tube video and my kit parade, and then I kitted up a couple of projects that I started. So there's the beauty owl that I started on Saturday this week, and then the rich fish, which I had already started, but I hadn't kitted up yet, and so my flosses were a mess. So that took a bit to get everything reorganized there. And then I think that was it. Got caught up in laundry, cleaned the house, the usual. This weekend, we decided we're gonna do a date night because we don't go out much on like a traditional date, and I think that it's important that even though we're married, we still like go out on a date and go to a fancy restaurant and make him like open the door for me like a lady. So we're going to the bookstore and an Italian restaurant, and then we're gonna go to a sporting store and look at golf clubs. He's on a kick right now, so he's always looking up club reviews online and watching videos of people trying out like drivers and stuff. And when Wyatt gets into something, he gets into it hard. So I'm just kind of trying to encourage him as best I can with that. So hopefully he hasn't golfed in, well, pretty much as long as I've been with him. Like an occasional game here or there, but nothing consistent. So I'm glad that he's getting back into it more regularly. I should stop playing floss chicken right here. Ooh, that was close. So that's how that's all going. Like I said, nothing horribly exciting. I'm looking forward to stitching in the car on the way down. I learned I can do that. I used to get really badly car sick, but I take a Dramamine and I sit in the front seat, and I'm usually pretty good. So I'm trying to figure out which kit is easiest to stitch in the car right now. Alright, so I'm gonna move on to the green dot, which is kind of buried in here also. That's color 13 on the kit, and the DMC color is 780. It's kind of like this burnt caramel butterscotchy sort of color. Supposed to go out with a friend last weekend, but I wasn't able to. She's always great and understanding about stuff, and I said I wasn't gonna do this way this time, but old habits, right? So I was upset that I didn't get to go, but I had stuff to do that I didn't want to do as it was. So dealt with that. Was talking to my mom the other day. She stopped by to bring me coffee. So I wasn't having a stellar day. I wasn't feeling great, and it was a Monday, and I was at work, and nobody likes working on Mondays and not feeling well. And so she brought me iced coffee on her way home from work, and I was talking to her about cross stitch, as one does when they do a lot of cross stitch. And I was talking to her, and I'm like, so she watches all of my videos. Like, you're gonna hear all of this when you watch my floss tube later. Sorry. I don't have a lot to talk about. And sometimes when I do talk about something, I could just get really excited about it, and I just want to tell everybody about it. So like in particular, I was talking about some of the problems I've been having doing counted cross stitch, just with feeling this need to continuously count over and over again because of my OCD, and hoping that that's something that kind of gets alleviated over time. I've been thinking about my channel a lot and what kind of stuff I want to do moving forward. Like I said about these videos, how often everybody wants to do them, wants me to do them, how often people want to watch them. I know it's not the most popular content, and that's 100% fine because it's my favorite content. Like, as much as I love the adult show and tell of FlossTube, I like to just sit here and chat and stitch and read your guys' comments and get to know all of you better. Probably end up asking you a question each time. I know my first video I had asked like what everybody's favorite color is. I got a bunch of responses on that, and that was really fun. Everything about this is really fun. I need to find a new adjective. But I'm also excited that I started this because it's been a very good creative outlet. Getting into other aspects of like video editing, which I never got into before. I'm trying to work on polishing that and finding a good look. I went to community college and I took a bunch of classes in graphic design, so that kind of stuff really speaks to me, and I'm just trying to get back into it and find what I'm looking for. So that's been great. And then working on all these kits, knowing that I can make additions or changes to them, it's made me a lot more. That stitch completely popped out. I'll have to go back and fix that. It has made me feel a lot more creative that way too. So just thinking of different ways that I can kind of embellish my kits, frame them, or hang them or finish them in a more interesting way than a traditional frame. It's been very beneficial. As much as I love working from home, and I appreciate that my job gives me the flexibility to work from home, I've always been a more creative person, and so having an outlet where I can express that and share that with people, I think definitely in the long run is going to be something that's really going to help me succeed moving forward. So now this channel's just like in its infancy. It's just in its baby step phases, and I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do moving forward, not just, with this, but with everything around it and that affects me and my husband and our cats. I don't know. It's been more than I thought it was gonna be. Let's put it that way. But I'm getting ready. I have to clean my kitchen sink, because I'm getting ready to film my how to finish and wash your cross stitch patterns, because with the partials particularly, they have these grid lines, and even this ink all washes out so you don't see it behind your stitches. So it's all water soluble. So I'm getting my sink ready so I can kind of film that process and share that. I know there's been quite a few people that have reached out to me and have made comments on the channel about how they had never worked on printed kits before, and how they might start doing it moving forward, or using it as an option to do larger landscapes instead of doing the counted ones. So that was exciting for me that I kind of introduced some people to some things, and put something that I love and appreciate out there into the universe. So I like seeing that. I know my mom was telling me that my Meme's always been a big quilter, but since she's moved into her apartment, she doesn't have a lot of space, so she downsized quite a lot. So she doesn't have the same amount of space to do quilting. Plus, it's been a lot, it gets hard on the hands, right? So she was actually thinking about starting cross stitch, and asked her to show me a bunch of kits. So I'm trying to poke through what I have and see what I thought she might like to do. Here, I'm just gonna scoot all the way over here and throw. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna. This isn't enough for me to save. I shouldn't be this. I shouldn't be this stingy. All right. So the next thing, we're gonna do this symbol that I don't know what it is. It's like this rectangle with a leaf, I guess. I'm just calling it thing I don't know what it is. It's number 23 on the kit, DMC number 3722, and it's kind of this nice like pinky brown color. So it's like, at least it's not actually pink. I mean brown. Start that up here. Starting this way, so I'm down, up, and through the loop, and back down. Sometimes my loop doesn't always go all the way through. It didn't there either, but I'll kick it down when I go back for it. But I've been thinking of either doing more sit-in stitches or longer ones, just because I want to get Petunia finished so that I can start the twin sisters of her. I would show you the kit, but I'll do that after I'm done stitching. I have my giant kit box here, so I just wanted to pull it out in case anybody didn't watch the kit video. It was a honker, like, I get it. It was definitely an undertaking to do. But I saw a lot of kits that I hadn't seen in a bit, so that was nice. There's some kits that I'm pretty sure I thought I ordered that weren't there. I don't think that's probably very good. But you know, that is what it is, I guess. I know everybody's working on their stitching for Christmas in July. I just can't want to think about Christmas right now. I know that if I want to get Christmas finishes done and hung for Christmas, I need to start thinking about what I want to stitch now. However, I just can't want to look at snow right now. Like, I am one of those like Christmas belongs in December people. I don't like to go to the store and see Christmas decorations for sale before Halloween. I am a purist. However, I do decorate my house on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. That weekend is usually all devoted to decorating the house, and I do kind of go all out. I have a great big Christmas village. We have a tree. We use an artificial tree because of the cats and just the general ease. Where is this weird symbol again? Symbol, I don't know what it is. Oh, there's some. Eventually I'm gonna put this in a Q-snap, I think, when I get back in here more, but I want to make sure start over here. I'm gonna finish this butterfly, so I'm gonna just like work on this butterfly when I do my next video on this. Kind of I've been trying to be very methodical about it, like just start at the bottom and get the paws finished, and I just can't. I can't want to anymore. I want to work on the butterfly. So I'm going to. Because you can't stop me. It's more like I can't stop myself. It's not you, it's me. I don't even remember what I was talking about now. Oh yeah, my kit parade. So yeah, if you watched it all the way through, you'll see that there was a couple of kits that I said, hey, let me know if you want them. So I'm just extending that again. Hey, let me know if you want those. And there's a bunch that I'm going to do as giveaways once I have 1,000 subscribers. I'm at like 674 right now, so we'll see where we get to here moving forward. But I'm gonna start doing giveaways on those. I keep saying raffle, but it's not a raffle. But I'll start doing giveaways on those on specific videos once we're ready to do so. I gotta iron out the kinks. Boop, boop, boop. I brought Cecil and Coolidge downstairs with me. They like to come to the basement, and it took me twice as long to get everything set up today just because they were helping. And now that I'm all done and set up, they're gone. I won't even see them. They're probably sleeping on the couch, but that just amuses me. They have to get all up into everything. You know, because they're cats. But what do I expect, right? Sorry, this symbol's weird. And then there's like a pink circle up here. So I'm like, all right, that's definitely a pink circle, right? That's not this weird symbol that I don't know what it is. Yep. See, I don't have a lot going on. Towards the end of the month, I am going to be going down to Holyoke. We have a function down that way, and on our way back, we're gonna go to Holyoke and go to the giant Barnes and Noble that they have there, and find some place for lunch and head back home. And then I took Monday off from work, so I have to stop myself. I can't save 2.5 inches of thread. I just can't. I can't let myself do that. All right, so that is it for me on this today. I'll go through and fix this. I'm probably just gonna have to rip it out. Well, this whole section right here, I'm not sure where it connects back to. But yeah, we just filled in a couple of the cracks today, and next time I'm gonna tackle the butterfly. So yeah, I hope that you had a good time. I hope you got some stitching done yourself if you so chose. If you have any questions for me, leave them down below. I'm gonna answer them in an upcoming video. And if you want to answer any of the questions I posed, also leave them down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I do post regular updates on the other kits that I'm working on, so you can see those in between floss tube videos. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day full of stitching. Bye, everybody.